What's going on, y'all? So listen. Oh, what's going on, y'all? I look a mess and I don't give a fuck because, as you can hear it in my voice, it's daylight saving time and my motherfucking sinuses wanted to get me fucked up this weekend. Like, why? Okay, I've been on my ass. I ain't wake up until 3 o'clock and then I went back to sleep for another hour. Like, bitch, I'm just out of it. I've been doped up, so I apologize. Y'all truly don't give a fuck. But anyway, Real Housewives of Atlanta, season 10, episode 1. We are back. And just the FYI for those, because I know some of y'all gonna still ask the question. No, I am not reviewing Just Kicking It. First of all, it's just like a couple of episodes, maybe what, 4 or 5 of them. That ain't worth my time, but I will be watching the shit. And bitch, I dead ass got a cold, and I'm so mad. Bitch, I took a flu shot a few weeks ago and then I get a goddamn fall cold. What the hell? And I'm cold as fuck up in this bitch. And the heat is up. Anyway, um, so no, that's not gonna happen. But I'm looking forward to it. Anyway, I hope it helps out with the sales of the goddamn tour because I was looking at some stuff. Half them stadiums ain't really all the way filled, or I should say arenas ain't really all the way filled the way that it should be by now. But anyway, Real Housewives of Atlanta, we are back for season 10. Of course, Miss Nene is back. We can look forward to some shade. It already started in the very beginning. Phaedra is gone. We got Porsha and everybody else there. Sheree, she's still here. Kenya's still here. Everyone is still here except for basically Phaedra, okay? We start off with Kandi and Ty. Everybody's at her restaurant and we see people coming in to, sample the food and all that shit. So she going and she talking to Todd about the responsibilities of the restaurant. Sometimes you have people throwing salt on your name. They do that flashback clip to the reunion when they was talking about Phaedra and Porsha talking about this rape allegation and stuff like that. And, her whole thing is she kind of been, and she admitted to herself, she needs to make more time for her kids, and she kind of been a little bit neglectful because she's been focusing more on the restaurant and then focusing on getting her group back together. So they got to make time for that, and they working on that, and that was cool, whatever. Then we move over to Cynthia Bailey, who's at Lake Bailey. Uh, she playing with the leaf blower. This is when niggas be like, see, this is why you need a man in the house. No, bitch, let her figure it out. She eventually figured out the leaf blower situation, even though she was knocking shit over. She in this mood of, I'm gonna do me. I'm 50 years old. I can do shit by myself. I'm starting over and all this shit. And I said, girl, you look good for 50. Do what you gotta do. At this point in time, we see somebody pull up in a Bentley Rolls Royce or whatever, and they get out the car. I said, bitch, look at Nene. Then Nene show up. I said, bitch, Tamar's out here getting these gigs, bitch. You better get them coins. It was cute when she was talking about, so let me grab onto my fucking lace front. I said, you better, bitch. But I already, you know, I don't have a problem with Nene being back. I'm not surprised that she back. It's cute or whatever. But I know I'm gonna get annoyed with her and this. Yes, bitch, honey. Yes. Girl, quit it. But she in there talking to Cynthia about everything that's going on. And then all of a sudden, they started talking about Kenya. So what's been going on with you and Kenya? What's been going on with Kenya? Kenya got married. It was like, wait a minute, what? It was like some dude that she met out there. He from New York. They got married in St. Lucia's. And, Nene is like, so you got to find out that your friend got married from the blogs and stuff. So how good of friends are you? That's what Cynthia was thinking too. Like, bitch, I thought we was cool enough, and I guess I wasn't part of that friend group to get invited to the wedding. It was like, well, how long they been together? It was like 8 months. Ain't no been no 8 months. 6 months. Well, 4 months. Nene said, bitch, so you went from 8 months to 6 months to 4 months. Which one is it, okay? What's his name? I don't know his name, but she called him Baby. Well, bitch, I call Greg Baby too, so what the fuck? Nene was cute with it. And then Kenya was on her way over. She do pop up, and her and Nene just so happened to. I said, so y'all cool, or is this like y'all cordial or something? Cause I don't know when the coolness happened. Maybe I missed something. I don't be keeping up when the shit goes off. Um, they wearing damn near the same thing, black pants, white blouses or whatever. And of course, they going at it with each other. It was cute for the most part. I'm just gonna be saying everything is cute just to be giving people a clean slate for right now. All right, we're gonna start this off on the even foot. Okay, that's what's going on. So basically, Nene and Cynthia, they're questioning Kenya, mostly Nene. Nene can't understand how is it that Cynthia is so fucking happy and overjoyed for Kenya and this marriage when she wasn't even invited when y'all supposed to be good girlfriends. We all had that questions, but we gonna let that slide. Mind you, the episode is called 50 Shades of Cynthia. So, hey, it is what it is. Nene girl, I hate going in on people looks like this, but that nose. All right. I mean, African American people, sometimes we are prone to big noses, and we supposed to, hell, embrace that shit, bitch. All right. But I don't know what she went and did with this nose this time. Like, it just don't look, it looks so chopped and screwed. I don't, oh, anyway, moving on from that. Especially when they get close up to it, like, damn, like, it looked like it got bigger to me. That's what it looks like, bigger. But anyway, um, Kenya's whole thing is, she said she went to New York. We heard the story in the blog. She went to New York. She was at the guy's restaurant. Is his name Mark in real life or whatever? Who cares? But they start chopping it up, and then they get together. They get married. She wanted to have her father come out, but she was like, if her father said the wrong thing, she know how her husband is and all that shit. And she's like, it's just she don't want people up in her business and all that shit. So that's why she was very secretive with it, and people hating on her, and people having issues about her not getting a man and all this shit. The two montages that they showed, I said, well, bitch, this is why people will have something to say, because you lied on the first few seasons you was on here about the men in your life and how eager you was to get married. Everybody know that you wanted to get married, and then they show her trying on all these wedding dresses, and talking about the kids and stuff like that, but also, people doubting her and shit like that. And so I get that you want to keep your relationship private and on the DL, because, you in your mind that you feel as though that's gonna keep people out of your business so they won't try to look up stuff or whatever. But in a sense, it's like a catch-22, because I can see the understanding behind that, but then motherfuckers because you on a reality show, because you're in the public eye, people gonna look that shit up regardless whether or not you say who this person is. They gonna find that information before you say it, okay? And that's how we found out before you confirmed it. So you might as well just go ahead and say that his name is so and so instead of just saying his name is baby and all that shit, because that sounds fucking weird. Like, bitch, I got my man in, so the fuck what? You got yours? Okay, fine. Do what you gotta do, bitch. Okay, but that was a cute little meeting between the girls. Then we get this thing with Porsha doing a little podcast with her sister and her cousin. Now I'm gonna just tell you right this. Porsha is dumb as shit, okay? You know, she probably ain't dumb as shit, but she dumb as shit, because I still can't figure out if it's an act or if she really likes this. But bitch, I would not want people to think that I'm this dumb. Some girl called in or sent the letter in talking about how she's dating some guy that's 49 years old, and should she still stay with him? Her father is 46, he's 49. It was like, can he still have babies? Baby, as long as a man is still alive and shooting sperm, he can still produce babies, okay? Niggas be out here in their 80s having kids, all right? That's one thing. Then she said, so what? They gonna have some old looking babies? That's what it is? I said, what? So in your mind, because the gentleman is old, that means his sperm is old, which means their children is gonna look old when they get born. It was 265 days in her world, and the Underground Railroad was an actual train with a conductor. So, girl, I just said, that's Porsha. She talked about how Phaedra reached out to her for a birthday and all that shit. They kind of talked a couple of times, but not really. She's talking about no new friends. She didn't really get in contact with Kandi because I think she tried at first, but then she was like, she know at this point, Kandi needs to just let everything sink in and give her space and all that shit. I said that should be your best bet for right now. Yeah. So Nene is at her little boutique, and in walks Sheree. And so at this point, I was like, so y'all cool? So basically, everybody seemed to be on a good foot except for Porsha. Listen, Porsha just, I still can't believe she said that about the sperm. Somebody said, she said iCloud, she thought the iCloud was really meant with the sky. Girl, any fucking way. So it's fucking Porsche, so I am not surprised anymore. Um, Nene coming and Sheree, they in there gossiping. Nene feels like she is on 10, like she glad to be back on this show so she can put the spotlight on her. Somewhat like, I guess laughing it up, I don't know. In her confession, she's like, oh, I was like, okay, calm down, girl, we get it. It just feel like she being a little extra, but it's not really bothering me yet. Okay, this is just the first episode, but I'm pretty sure it's gonna wear down on me. Um, Sheree threw a little shot at her talking about, her boutique is, not as big as her boutique was. And I said, bitch, what boutique did you have? Girl, She by Sheree never happened. All right? How you gonna have fashion show with no fashion, bitch? That was you, okay? So what boutique did you have? Motherfucker, you was selling fucking $5, $10 fucking t-shirts and shit, girl. What are you talking about? Okay, y'all come up and y'all tell me which boutique she had so I can understand it. But I was a little baffled. So they talking about the Porsha situation and how she don't understand why she's Porsha don't fuck with her right now, and when all she did was give Porsha advice and stuff like that, and she's always tried to uplift her and everything. And Sheree was like, bitch, the reason why is because, Nene is the type of person that she wants people around her to say yes to her, and once they say no, it's like, fuck you, bitch, shit like that. They think on their own. But, with the whole situation between Phaedra and Porsha, she don't feel bad about her. That's what Porsha said. Porsha said that, she felt like a pawn in the whole thing, that Phaedra set up and put her in the middle of it, made her look stupid, and it was her way of getting back at Kandi, and she was just a pawn in the whole situation, and she wasn't here for it. I was with Nene when I said Porsha ain't innocent. Porsha ain't no fucking victim. Porsha, you been around Phaedra enough to know how that bitch work, but Phaedra picked the right easy target to go after and to set the fuck up, if you ask me. So, hey, it is what it is with that one. They start talking about Kenya and her man. So she married? Yeah. It was like, so she says. I was like, bitch, it's so much shade with that. Sheree, don't, at this point, your marriage, not your marriage, but your relationship is kind of questionable too, since you going with a jailbird, and you talk about something you wouldn't tell, you got your little love bracelet necklace on, and you're not gonna tell what's her name, Nene, the name of who you being with or who gave it to you, because Nene is Nene, so I understand that part, but I mean, you and King are damn near in the same situation with y'all niggas, okay? Y'all trying to keep shit on the down low. We don't believe neither one. Some of us don't believe neither one, but hey, it is what it is. Speaking of Kenya, she's in the car talking on the phone with her dad, and he from Texas. Is he from Texas? Okay, listen, and I asked that because if you watch Love and Hip Hop Hollywood, Booby Gibson, they talk the same fucking way. That's how Booby gonna sound when he get older, alright? Because they talk in that same slow, southern, Houston ass drawl, alright? Texas drawl, whatever. And I was like, speed this up. Hey, I'm just calling because people keep on asking me, what is it about that post that you put on Facebook and what is concerning? And I don't know what the fuck to tell them, okay? And I didn't know I was doing all this stuff. I just want my daughter to be cautious so she won't get hurt and all this shit. I said, okay, daddy. But when they went on ahead and did that little montage and all that shit, bitch, I kind of would have invited that nigga too. When he said, you know how I feel about women talking back and telling men what to do. Bitch, how the fuck you feel? I'm finna tell you something to do. Shut the fuck up and sit your ass down. That's what you gonna do. I said, ooh, ooh. Did you hear Kenya talk about something? She wanted to get a new house. Nene asked, are y'all gonna live together? I said, wait a minute. So you and your man ain't living together at this moment in time, but y'all married, and you don't want to live up in that other house that you spent all this money on that Matt fucked up because it's ghost up in there? Girl, what the fuck? Anyway, She in there crying about the whole situation. I'm like, girl, say them tears for somebody who actually cares, because you don't really, I'm not buying that shit. You had your reason not to invite that motherfucker, and at this point, I wouldn't have invited him either. I'm just fucking saying, okay? You wanted to lessen the drama? Bitch, there you go. There you go. Let's just say it, okay? And that's real. So Cynthia's having his birthday party and she wants everybody to come in dressed up like her previous looks, okay? I thought it was a cute little concept. Was it Porsha or Sheree? One of them Porsha talking about some, it's a little, I guess conceited or some shit like that. Bitch, it is a goddamn birthday party. It is a theme, and it is your birthday come around once a year. And if she want everybody to come dressed up like her previous looks, bitch, let her do it. That is her day, okay? You do what you want to on your party. But she met up with Sheree at this wig shop and they was doing all the wigs and stuff. It was cute. I liked it. They was having fun. And then they get into talking about this whole situation with Nene and Porsha. Porsha said the thing goes back 2 years when she didn't like the fact that Nene kind of called her out at the reunion when she told her, you just can't keep putting your hands on people because that's going to hinder you from getting jobs and stuff like that. You got to learn to control yourself. She felt as though that was a conversation that should have been, or a comment that should have been told to her in private. I honestly don't feel that way. I wouldn't have took offense to it because y'all was talking about that subject, and this is something that everybody already know, and this is what the reunion is for, to call people out, to talk about stuff, you know. Okay, you sensitive to it because it's the truth. That's what it is. That's what it is. You want me to say it in private when everybody else been already saying it in public? Girl, get the fuck out of here. Then she want to say that Nene was the one bringing her up. Mind you, Nene was saying that them over at Dish Nation keep on bringing her up. So it's like they going back and forth, putting the blame on each other. And Sheree was like, well, she's going to be at Cynthia's party. Y'all should talk or whatever. Cynthia, meanwhile, is getting ready for her party. And Noelle was like, it's Peter coming. You should call him. She said ever since we got divorced, they've been talking a lot more lately. And he's going to always be a special person to her. And do I feel like they might get back together? No. And if it does happen, I wouldn't be surprised. But do I feel like that's coming? No. Do I feel like they respect and still love each other? Yes. And do I feel like they can be one of those couples who are better off as just friends than having anything else in between? Yes. And you could tell that from the conversation that they had, and you could tell in her voice that she really wanted Peter to be there, but he just couldn't make it, So that was that. So the party happens, and everybody started coming in. Nene is dressed in all white. Cynthia, not Cynthia, but Kenya got the little chopped up Sonic the Hedgehog looking wig that Cynthia used to wear in the earlier season. Um, Mal comes and she was talking to Cynthia and her mom, and saying that Peter should have came and all that shit. Well, if the nigga couldn't come, he can't come. Okay, business first. This is recreational. This ain't mandatory. But she was just saying how this is the first birthday without him, so she felt a little bit of a way. That's understandable. But Kandi shows up and she got her look with the pop cans in her head, and then Shamia with the little thing on the back. Everybody looked nice, okay? Porsha shows up with the afro that Cynthia wore, and Sheree with the baseball cap and a long weave. And for the most part, everybody was getting along. Nene called. Was Kenya was saying hi to everybody. Nene was like, "Hey, Miss Daly." Hey, Miss Daly. She was like, first of all, it's Mrs. And then we already know that you put your man's name on Instagram because that's how Nene found out about it. And that's what Nene pointed out. If you want to know some shit, just go to her Instagram. But then when Sheree or somebody else come up and they asking about what your man's name is, you just saying, just call him back. And I'm like, girl, get over it. Just call his name out. We gonna find out regardless. Who cares? Fast forward, Cynthia comes out. I can give. I mean, I ain't really dig her dress or her hair, but it's her birthday, so I give her a pass. And I thought it was real cute that she had the little walk off and stuff, the little competition to see who was the best Nene, not the Nene, but Cynthia, and then Kandi won because she did look better for the most part. But well, with her walk, I should say. Um, but when Porsha and Sheree came in, Porsha gave everybody a hug, including Kandi. And Kandi was like, bitch, what the fuck am I giving her a hug for? And acting like shit ain't happened. Like, girl, please, snap out of it. And She didn't give Nene a hug. So they was over there talking, and Kandi was like, "Look, bitch, I gotta go because I can't stand over here being fake as shit." She go over there to Nene and them, and then Sharea's like, "Y'all need to talk about this shit to Porsha. Y'all in the same room and all this stuff. Let's just talk." And Portia brings up the shit about friends supposed to not do this and do that, but then transgression happened to her like the last 3 weeks and all this shit. They going back and forth. I'm sitting here like, huh, y'all gonna use Cynthia's birthday to start this drama. Like, come on. Let's just have one event with no issues, all right? But you know that'll never happen. Portia want to talk about what happened 3 weeks ago. Nene ain't here for it. They disemboweled. Then Nene come back over there to Porsha and was like, "So if we gonna talk about it, we gonna talk about it from the beginning because the friendship didn't start in 3 weeks ago. Okay, this wasn't no 3 week friendship." And she was like, "Bitch, you just want to talk about stuff that you want to talk about. You don't want to hear this. You fake and you this." Portia mad about her saying that she should have been fired. Nene claiming that she didn't say, and I said, "Girl, when you was on Watch What Happened Live, if you didn't say the actual word fired, bitch, that's exactly what you was implying when they said who should be gone. Okay, you said Phaedra and you said Porsha. That's what you said, girl, and that all equates to being fired. But bitch, if you didn't say those words, I get what you trying to do. But bitch, that's what you implied. So whatever." And at this point in time, it just ain't finna be resolved right now. And then he just walks out. And girl, they had Kandi singing "Happy Birthday." I mean, I guess, but that was basically the end of the episode. It was nice to see Quad and Toya. Girl, I was the girl when that Nene and Phaedra Portia was going back and forth. I was that girl that was drinking her drink, looking at the other girl like, it ain't my business, but I'm y'all talking loud enough for me to watch. So bitch, I'm gonna be watching too. But anyway, y'all tell me how y'all felt about it, and I will see you guys later on tonight for Married to Medicine. Peace.